What it is, y'all, it is your old boy Pilg, and I'm coming back today with more Dokkan Battle. Now, today we're going to be talking about the new LR Gohan that just dropped a couple days ago in the game. We haven't talked about him yet, and if I'm honest here, I've seen quite a few people really screwing up on this. There's a major thing that you're not taking into account when it comes to farming this Gohan. But let's first of all talk about Gohan, talk about this grind, and we'll get to that here towards the end of the video. So just stay put, hear me out for just a minute. Now, Gohan is not a bad unit at all. In fact, I really like him. From just a unit standpoint, first of all, the one thing that just, as somebody who did the Prime Battle Goku grind before he got his, like, big, I say resurrection, his level 4 and all that stuff, when I did the OG grind, you had to grind out all of those medals without the boost, with just the regular drop rates, which were atrocious, were worse than they even are now. And you had to use Super Strikes, so you had to grind out every single... If you go back in my channel, some of the first videos I did were teaching people how to do the Super Strike events, because the Super Strike events were stupid hard for no reason. Now, by today's realm, they're hilarious, they're simple. But back then, you were very much locked down to what units you could use. And then even with that, you would have to use Super Strikes, which, if you've used a Super Strike in any capacity lately, you know how hilarious that notion even is. So you would have to use the Super Strikes to grind out the LR Goku. It was a real pain in the posterior. Not only that, level 1 here did not drop the Goku card. You would have to farm the Goku card from other events. These events now, you can actually farm this Gohan out for any other youth Gohan in the game. So farm out to one of these beasts, do it completely free to play. You do not need or want to drop Kais in this unit. And once again, let me get to that at the end of the video. I will explain, because it's a lot easier than you realize. If you're patient, your patience will be massively, massively rewarded. But getting back to Gohan. Exploding Rage category key plus 4, HP attack defense 130%. So all stats 130, key plus 4. I like that. And the Exploding Rage team is pretty awesome. Exploding Rage team basically includes the other 3 LR Gohans, with the exception of the Super Battle Road one. It's got the Super Saiyan AGL Gohan, the 2 Super Saiyan 2 Gohans. It's a phenomenal category. It's got the new Super Saiyan Goku. I say new, he's been around for a minute, but newish. Then that's just the super side. Then on the extreme side, you got AGL Frieza, you got Tech Broly, you've got Int Rose, you've got Strength Broly, and you've got, coming shortly, Janemba. You literally have one of each element. The only element we don't have on the super side is physical, and Broly's going to fill that for the extreme side. So there's a lot on this team. It's a really, really, really good team. So if you ever needed to run him as a leader, you could do it, and it would be an interesting challenge, and it would be fun, because it would be a fun little challenge to do. And you could run a mixed team of both heroes and villains, and you could actually link a few of these units up pretty darn well. It would be a really, really, really fun team. Not only that, he works on the Hybrid Saiyans team. He's going to work on the Goku family team. He's going to work on any number of really good teams out there. He's just a really respectable unit in that regard. Now, 12 key SA causes colossal damage to the enemy and lowers attack. Here's my big caveat to this, and this just annoys me for some reason. 18 key causes mega colossal damage and massively lowers defense. I used to like that skill. I think lowers defense is really like... It was a skill that was really designed to be good back in the day, and anymore just kind of isn't useful. Like, there's no real realm of usability in there. Now, so for that regard, if I was going to build this guy out to 100%, and you should, in fact, probably going to be a year or two before he gets it, but eventually he's also going to get an easy A. It will take a while. Super Strikes take a long time to get their easy A's, but eventually get an easy A, and he'll get even better than he already is. But here's my thing. If I'm farming out to 100%, I'm going to give him double attack, because I really want that lowers attack on a unit like this. Most every event currently in the game, I will emphasize, lowers attack is going to do so much more than any other like lowers defense or raises attack or any of that stuff. Lowers attack is going to be really good. The downside is if you do an 18 key, you're only going to lower attack once. But you can lower attack twice. Remember, that stacks. That does stack. So if you do a 12 key, it could pay off. He's not going to do the damage, but he definitely will do something to support the rest of the team. So there's really like a give and a take there. When you're fighting with him in a battle, you're going to have decisions to make. And for me, I'm definitely going to put double attack in him and really hope most of the time for probably that lowers attack. I think he's going to do better as a supporter than an actual attacker. And let me get to his passive for that very reason. Key +2, which isn't bad. Attack and defense 59,000. I hate these flat boosts, but it's just a staple of Prime battles before the EZA. When there's an ally whose name includes Goku, Youth, Captain Ginyu, whatever, on the team, plus an additional... I'm sorry. So that's when there's a... So let me take it back. Key +2 in attack and defense 59,000 when there's an ally whose name includes Goku. Plus an additional key +3 in attack and defense 59,000 when there's an ally whose name includes Goku, Youth Captain, attacking in the same turn. Plus an additional attack and defense 58,000 when performing a super attack. Performance of critical if HP is 58% or less. So once again, you don't really have to put crit into him. There's just a mechanic to get crits out of him. Or less when performing U super. So that's a critical hit when performing U super. Key +12 and reduces damage received by 58% when HP is 50% or less only once. So one hit he's going to tank at 58% or less. That's not bad. Like, could be better, could be worse. It's really good. I like this unit. He's got a lot of utility. He's very useful, and he's going to work on some interesting teams. Link skills are the Innocence, All in the Family, Saiyan Warrior Race, Saiyan Lineage, Infighter, Shattering the Limit, and Legendary Power. So, all in all, good unit. I like him. Not blown away by him. He's only good on Hybrid Saiyans, Goku Family, Youth, and Exploding Rage. I really feel like he should be on more categories than that. But I mean, I guess it makes sense. Why is he not on Earthlings category? He's born on Earth. Why is he not on the Earthlings category? What are you doing, Dokkan? This is what the fuck? Every once in a while, I see some of these categories and I just rage. I'm like, you missed an opportunity. He's not a human, but he's born on Earth. He should be on the Earthlings category. Just saying. Anyway, I digress. Let's actually get into the fight, and I'll kind of explain why I say people are probably pretty badly screwing up on this. So, the one thing you want to take into consideration here, okay, and this is a big consideration, is that loading times have been atrocious. Is it just me, or ever since the update, loading times have been pretty bad? I don't know what it is. My loading times have been atrocious for the past little bit. But I digress. So when we get into this battle eventually, whenever it decides to come up here, remember, you can boost this. You can fight this. When you are collecting medals, you're going to basically have to collect 15 medals to get them up to the UR form. And then you're going to have to collect 777 medals to get them up to the LR form. But you're going to have to do that twice because you're going to farm this guy. You're not going to drop Kais. It is not worth dropping Kais. Now, there are ways to do this. You can do boost. That's a 50 stamina cost, and that's not bad, especially nowadays. Now, once again, I'm going to sound like a fogey here. When we did the original Goku grind, you could do the fight like every once in a while. It was like 50 stamina cost, and I forget, there was like some limitation on how many times a day you could do it or something like that. It was pretty wild. It only came up like very rarely. I think it was only available on weekends or something initially. I don't remember the exact whole thing behind it. It took forever to do, and it was just extremely limited. This is just so easy now. Like, this is ridiculous, and we can run a full LR team. Remember, nowadays any drop card can be used here. So we got Prime Battle Goku, we got the Strength Rose, we've got Prime Battle Frieza, we've got Prime Battle Roshi, we've got the B-Pan, we've got the I believe they're actually the Battlefield LR, aren't they? They're Battlefield LR. No, they can't be. Battlefield LRs aren't used in here, are they? Is he Prime Battle? That's Prime Battle too. Yeah, sorry. Brain fart. That is Prime Battle. So, we've got a full Prime Battle LR team, which is mostly LR team. We got a full drop card LR team. And this team makes this hilarious. But here's the deal. I'm not going to do too much of this, and I haven't done too much of this. I have very, very, very few medals at this point. I am waiting for next week to really start my grind. Because version Z is finally coming to global next week. And when it does, there is going to be an auto run feature. That is right. Dokkan Battle is finally getting an auto run feature. So, if you can imagine, where I could grind this out today and spend hours and hours and hours and hours and hours mind-numbingly pressing buttons and going wild, or I could wait literally a week's time and basically the game's going to do it for me. Why would I do it today? Why would I waste my precious time farting around with this today? It doesn't make any damn sense. So for me, as easy as this is, as hilarious as this is, as silly this is, there's no way the game could screw it up in any kind of auto mode for me. There's no way whatsoever. Why would I do this now when in a week's time it's going to be mind-numbingly simple? So guys, as much as I'm grinding this out now, and you kind of see how this team absolutely destroys this. Like, he just falls apart in the mere presence of this. Even some of the physical units, like, you know, them. Let's go ahead and do BPAM. That's going to give him 33% extra damage, but, you know, whatever. Even the physical unit is going to do a respectable, like 75 damage to him. Come on. Come on, dude. You don't want none of this. Let's go. Yeah, see? Didn't get a crit, and it was... I mean, to be fair, it was this 18 key, but... type disadvantage, and then we just stunned him. And we were like literally RNG within killing him on that turn. It's so easy, so simple. But I would be absolutely out of my mind if I spent hours and hours and hours grinding this out now. Wait for version Z, guys, and you will thank yourself for it. But definitely get Gohan. Don't miss out on this opportunity. I'll be back with more Dokkan Battle. We got a lot to talk about as version Z comes closer. There's a lot of amazing features on this, and I think we just really need to cover each and every one of those in grave detail. So stay tuned, guys. We got a lot to talk about with version Z on the way, and I'll see you guys really soon for more Dokkan Battle content.